I feel, Dr. Sonu, I would like to have a little bit of your opinion onto this topic. Is First of all, I feel as women, we need to start talking about it, and we need to start feeling comfortable with each other to discuss, oh, I have a lump, or I have a problem, or I have something. And because as far as I know, every lump is not bad. Because like I have known some people who have these cystic lumps, which is a generation wise passed to the whole family. My son has. And if you remember, long time back, he had a small cyst here, and we were worried, and we came to Delhi, and it got removed. But it was, I think, it was just a cyst. It was like not a problem. But yes, I wanted to show, because coming from a family of doctors, at least I am aware this much, that anything happens, go to a good doctor and show. Don't wait for it to become bad. But there are a lot of people who feel, and typically in India and Nepal, I feel it's a very easy habit to say self medication. We do a lot of self medication because medicines are available in every pharmacy, whatever you want. Little pain, take a painkiller. Little this, because I've seen in my own family people taking medicines like they are carrots. Okay. And I am very against medicines unless or until it's not subscribed. I take a lot of supplements, like I literally carry every time with me, but it is all with consultation. So when it comes to breast or cervical cancer, Dr. Sonu, what would you say that as a prevention we should do as a women, and we should talk about it, or we can discuss about it as a prevention? Is there anything like we should say apart from screening, anything else?
See, for cervical cancer, the screening is called a secondary prevention. Like once it is there, then we are screening it. Okay. But there is another thing which I briefly alluded to earlier, is the primary screening, that is the vaccine that is there. So this is, a lot of people are now getting aware. People in my family and relations, are young girls, are asking me, is this something which we should get? And it's so heartening to know, very delighted to know that people are getting aware of it and asking for it. Because HPV vaccine, as I said, HPV is the cause of the breast cancer or cervical cancer. So HPV, we know it is a cause, and we know that there is a vaccine, and the vaccine surprisingly has been in India since 2008. But imagine that we still are just waking up to it. Girls are just asking us now that, is there a vaccine? Is there a vaccine? And earlier, the vaccine used to be made only in the West. Only the two brands were making the vaccine from the West. But now, with the pressure of the gynecologists, with the work being done, with the burden of cervical cancer, they all pressurized the Indian government to make an indigenous Indian vaccine, which has now been made by Serum Institute of India, and it is now available to vaccinate. And it is meant for girls and also for boys. So this is very interesting that under the age of 20 years, girls and boys should be vaccinated. There are prescribed guidelines for it, and there are 2 doses of the HPV vaccine which should be given to all, despite their risk factors, despite whether they are married, whether they are sexually active. It doesn't matter. Girls as young as 9 years, 9 to age 14, are the target of the Indian government now, that they should be vaccinated. WHO has come up with a huge global elimination program, which a pledge has been taken. Cervical cancer has got a teal color, is a symbol of cervical cancer. January is the month of celebration of cervical cancer awareness, and they all talk about elimination. So what the global aim of WHO is that 90% of the girls should be vaccinated by the year 2030. 70% of the women should be vaccinated. 70% of the women should be screened at least twice in their lifetime. Once at 35, once at 45. Do 2 screenings for every woman. 70% of women should be screened, and 90% of the women should be treated. Any person who has got cervical cancer should be treated. So they have this a logo of 90, 70, 90. That this is what the aim is, to eradicate cervical cancer. As I said, in England, I hardly saw any cervical cancer because their screening is so rigorous. They send a letter to you for that, come and get yourself checked. If you don't go, they send another letter. If you don't go, they send another letter. So they have actually screened the whole of their population of their country. And the results are in front of you that there is no cervical cancer. They detect it in the early stage and they treat it. So you don't see advanced cancers. Whereas in India, you see, I can tell a woman coming from 10 feet that she has got cervical cancer, because that she has got a cancerous growth which is fungated, infected, it is oozing pus, as you said earlier, Dr. Sakina. So they come in advanced stages and they are not aware that such thing is available. So my appeal to everyone is that please get vaccinated, your nieces, your girls, your boys. We have an indigenous vaccine. We also have very good international vaccines, which are a bit more expensive, but they are available. So you should, create this awareness. And yours, Shipra, is a, extremely good platform. The partnership of public and private partnership, the NGOs. You can get influencers, and you can get people to talk about it, to create, you can get cervical cancer survivors to talk about their story, their journey. And so that more and more women come forth and get themselves checked. Because I believe if you teach one woman, you have taught the whole family. So the woman is the most important person that we need to focus on, because she will spread the awareness in whole of her relations, whether it's parents or in-laws or long distance relations. So it's very important to create that awareness, and that I am so glad that you are doing so well, Shipra.
No, thank you so much. I mean, there's a lot of information I feel today I have got, and I've realized I never knew about this. Like you're talking about the HPV thing and about the vaccine. I am very sure I was not aware of it. I don't know about Umita and Sakina, I mean, Ankita, but I wasn't aware of it. So, in fact, I would do it for Pranay also. And I think the last time I was a little bit aware of it when I came to you for my pep smear and had an understanding it. That is a time when I started entering in understanding of these things. So that's amazing. And I think a lot of information. And lastly, because Ankita, you are here, and I'm very sorry, I'm trying to hit that point and I don't want to do that, but I have seen you broken down. Okay. I have really seen you in tears and crying and recovering. And I think it took a lot of time for you to come out of the loss, right? You lost your mother. And if I'm not wrong, but Auntie was suffering a lot. She went through a lot of suffering. She went through a lot of pain. And the whole family went through that pain, because I saw you, I saw your brother. And even now, when I talk, I feel very sensitive because I know it hits that emotional point for you. But as a person who was on the ground and who was actually taking 100 women and going through the camps, what do you feel? I mean, obviously, you're not a doctor, so you can't give me the understanding as a speciality, but as a human emotion, as a person who has seen some tragedy at home, when you see these women and you want to tell them and educate them and bring them with it to the doctors and to our camps to do it, what do you see? What do you see in these women? What do you feel about it?
Okay. Thank you, Shiprati. First of all, yes, it is a very hard-hitting point, and I think I'll never come out of that loss, definitely. But whatever tragedy we went through, I think if I can, whatever knowledge I gained through that bad experience, if I can direct that experience towards maybe some other people may not go through it, because Shiprati, yes, definitely we come from a good educational background and we had awareness, right? So awareness was there, but somewhere we had, maybe we were in some kind of delusion that no, it cannot happen to us, right? No, cancer cannot happen in our family because we didn't have any history of cancer. So when my mother was showing so many symptoms and she was suffering a lot even before, but we didn't take it that seriously, maybe. Before that, we never went for any regular screenings, pap smear and all. We didn't even take our health. I think we took our health for granted. So after that happened in our family, I think we got health conscious, right? So somewhere when I got into one purpose, so this is one thing that I can relate to a lot, and especially I feel that whatever we have gone through, because we could not detect her cancer early. So when I see all those women, and thankfully till now, whatever screenings we have done, it has all been negative results. So what I think is, these people should not go through it. These people should not go through that pain, because seriously, first thing is we can prevent it as much as we can, and the second thing is early detection. That's the only thing. Because yes, my mother was she went through all the treatment and all, she got cancer free, but again, because of some we still don't know what actually went wrong, because she was cancer free, but the doctors said ki maybe it's due to radiation. Her small intestine got blocked, so she kind of starved. Okay, so we still don't know the actual reason of her death, but yeah, it was a complication due to cancer. So same thing, Deep. I just feel glad ki I can do, maybe it's 0.001% contribution. Okay, but I feel glad that I at least can do something about it. That's it. Deep.
I strongly say, when you say this word cancer free, but you still lost her. This is even more painful when you feel, yeah, everything is okay. And then I remember, Omi, you also went through that phase when you came out of it and then something else happened and then you went back. What was it exactly? What went through it?
Uh, for me, it was really terrible. And in fact, when I went for it and I got to know that, I have cancer, I was shattered. I didn't know what to do. And again, as I mentioned, the word cancer itself, it's so scary. I was like, what's going to happen to me now? What's going to happen to me now? It was really very scared. I was very scared at that point of time. In fact, Shipra, I wanted to add one more thing, Initially, before I was detected with cancer, I used to feel very tired. And suddenly I used to feel my stamina has gone down and I used to feel very tired. I used to feel because maybe I'm really working hard, or maybe because, I'm doing a little, my work timings and everything, because of those things, I was feeling that. But honestly, it was not that. It was because inside, I don't know what was happening to me. It was taking away all my stamina. And I used to start feeling very tired very fast. And I was like, अरे मैंने तो आज पूरा दिन किया क्या है? That I'm getting so tired. And that was one of the symptoms which I didn't realize. And later on, I realized that my stamina was really going down. And even after the chemo and everything, the stamina was so low. Till now, I really feel very tired. My arms, suddenly they swell. My leg starts paining. Till now, the chemo effects, I spoke to the doctor also later on. This is the chemo effects will be there for some time. You can't avoid that. But now also, I'm going through something or the other. Suddenly my arms are swelled, and so uh, the feeling itself, is it's not good. But again, I don't have a choice. I have to live up to it. I have to take care of my health. Now things have changed a little, but it's not, going through that. It's not easy. It was really not easy for me.
But still, thank you so much for sharing this. And thanks to
Yeah.
every one of you here for sharing your. This 50 minutes also has been very, very important for me. And I very strongly feel this is a very, very small step we are taking in order to make people aware. I am very blessed. I have a set of women around me who are very strong. But I also feel sometimes this is also one of the reasons today, and I'm sure you guys will agree that because we women have started feeling that we are very strong, we are there in the world, we also have started ignoring our health because we want to be strong, we want to have that perception, we want to say, oh, I can do everything. We ignore when we feel lazy, we feel our stamina is low, we feel, oh my god, I'm working out so much, that's why. But women's body is also meant to take certain rest. And I have heard this, I don't know medically whether it is right or not, but you need 8 hours sleep, you need little rest, you need little unwinding time, little meditation. And if you don't do these things with the current generation, the way we are wanting to achieve everything in life, we are compromising on our health. We are big time sacrificing those small indication our body gives us. And I have started taking care of my health, really. I don't know, I mean, I should not say this, but then the moment I hit my 40 and I said, okay, I'm going to take care, I'm going to sleep, I'm going to eat, I'm going to work hard, I'm a workaholic, but I have to take care of myself. So let me go and meet my doctors, talk to my people. But then taking care is, I think, and what I understood from overall this, that cervical and breast cancer is not that dangerous if deducted in early stages. So I think we can avoid overall a cancer in cervical, cervix, or in breast if we really take care of ourselves. We cannot run away from it because that's there in the generation today. But we can avoid going through suffering so much if we take right actions at the right time. Am I correct to say this, Dr. Sonu and Dr. Sakina? I would definitely need your approval on saying this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think early detection. So what we are doing as a screening program in Nepal, I think that is one of the very important step. And I will go ahead and say, using this episode to all my people who are viewing this and understanding this, that please go and get a test done. If you are 30 plus or 40 plus, there's nothing wrong in going for a checkup, doing self-examinations. There are hundreds of videos available online. You have doctors all across the city, if you're in India or Nepal or across the globe anywhere. Please go and get yourself checked and keep doing that every 2 years or 3 years. This is what I do. And if we can avoid and if we can save even one person, I think this has been a success. So I would initiate this and talk about it to everybody I know, and I would request the same to everyone to do it and go ahead. And we will try and run as many camps as possible, because my target is to hit 1,000 women in a year at least, so that they're aware and then they can take care of themselves and they don't need to go through this suffering. The family doesn't need to go through this suffering. Your children doesn't need to go through this suffering. And that's a most important factor, because I feel women makes a house, a home. And if you want that happiness at the home, the women has to be healthy. So on behalf of every woman, thank you so much to all of you for giving your time and your valuable experience to share here. And we would look forward for further advice. If any time in future, we would definitely bother you again. But thank you so much, Dr. Sonu. Thank you so much, Sakina. Thank you so much, Omi, for your experiences. And Ankita, let's do more camps and let's make more women more empowering. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.